skills would flesh out a resume in this sort of digital publishing arena?
Yeah, it's funny that you say the resume, because I was just talking about this with somebody. You know, I feel like the day of like a resume is kind of over. You know, if I'm interviewing somebody, the first thing I do is Google them, and you know, whether it's what they're writing on Twitter or Facebook or their blog, like that to me is more interesting than you know, the old style resume.
What about something like LinkedIn?
You know, I personally am not the biggest fan of LinkedIn. I know a lot of people use it for jobs, but I just feel like there are more, you can do on Facebook what you could do on LinkedIn, but in a more fun way. So what I personally look for, I mean, I actually have an intern that I just hired, and on her resume, she said that she has different blogs, and she has a video blog, and she's on Twitter, and you know, I love that. She came in and she taught me how to use some of the different blogging platforms, and you know, she can do posts for different people in the company, that sort of thing, and she can teach the author. So that, to me, was valuable. And actually, Katie, I don't know if Katie's here, she's coming to the next session, she had a blog too when she came in. So I think that is important. Doesn't matter what department you're in, but to have a voice and to, you know, to connect with the readers and the, you know, whoever your people are. And we have this gift now that we can connect directly with the readers. So if you're in science fiction, you can go into that world and work search.twitter and connect and communicate directly with these people, whether, you know, you're an editor and you want to find out what the title is like, or whether you want to show a jacket, or you're a marketer and you want to show, you know, talk to the fans and tell them what's happening. I mean, that's a gift that we didn't have, you know, even a year ago. I guess, you know, maybe it was, I guess search.twitter, you know, they were using it a couple years ago, but it's recent. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about your bundling experiment with the Mark Twain book, where you get the ebook for free when you pre-order?
Okay, so one of the things that Bob believes, and I have, you know, I'm becoming a believer now, is that, you know, you can like supersize it. So you can convince somebody to buy a hardcover more if you're offering a digital download for a couple extra dollars, whether it's an audio or an ebook. Believe it or not, there is nobody out there that does it. Like, nobody can, it's the craziest thing to me, get the shopping cart with an electronic and a physical book in it. Amazon, I guess, could do it if they chose to do it, but they've chosen not to do it right now for whatever reason. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. So we did it directly on our own site, and we didn't have a lot of it. A lot of people didn't do it. I mean, I have to go back and count, but the last I looked, it was maybe, you know, if you take out all the HarperCollins employees who tried it, maybe 30 or 40. Which, yeah, but it kind of doesn't surprise me for various reasons. But the music industry is doing it more, by the way. And I definitely think there's a lot to be learned from the music industry. There's actually a company called Topspin, and they put together all sorts of bundles and then direct sell for the artists, and they've had a lot of success. But I think for various reasons, I mean, I think you have to have a real incentive to break out. I know I have to have a real incentive to break out my credit card. Everything I have is on Amazon. So if I find something somewhere else, I copy it and I paste it and put it to Amazon. It's way faster than, you know, typing in all the information. You know, we don't get that much traffic at our site either. So we're not done with the experiment by a long shot. And it also didn't go nearly how we wanted it to go. And so we sort of did it very softly. And actually, right when I leave here, we're going to meet with the people who put it together and see if they can make happen what we wanted to happen. And we wanted, you know, comments. We wanted it to be more of a, you know, Amazon-like shopping experience, except for you could get a bundle. And it turned out to be way more difficult. And if anybody has any ideas of companies that could do this more easily, I would love to hear it, because I'm looking. Any other questions? Yes.
What are some ways that readers might be encouraged to make our books interactive? Like, how are we going to involve readers more, if at all?
Well, Susan has integrated Twitter into, like, if you sign up and put your Twitter into it, then it automatically tweets out when you sign up for a book. And I think that sort of integration is, I see it more and more often now. And I do find out about books that way. I found out about that Seth Godin book, so I think it's, and on the first day you counted up and there was, I don't know if everybody's seen this Twitter Reach, did you know about this? I found it's a new site called Twitter Reach, and you can actually put the URL in there and see how far it went out. But on the first day with the Mark Twain, it had gone to 17,000, it made it to 17,000 different people. So I do think that integration is a way. You know, there are the book communities. I'm not sure if that's how it happens. For whatever reason, I haven't bonded with the book communities. I want my book information integrated with the rest of my information, whether it's on Twitter or Facebook or Tumblr. That's my new obsession, Tumblr. I love Tumblr. I feel like Tumblr's the next big thing. Carol's looking at me saying, what's Tumblr? Do you guys all know what Tumblr is? It's a blogging platform, and it's a weird hybrid of Facebook and Twitter and a blogging platform like WordPress. It's crazy simple, and it has a real viral capability. Like, you know, on Twitter you can retweet something and you have to copy and paste it. This, you just push a button and it automatically sends it out. So if you're putting out good stuff, all somebody has to do is push the button and it goes out to all their people. Well, however many people are coming to see you, you have to get followers.
Oh, I meant how many people are involved in the Tumblr.
Oh, I don't know how many people are involved in Tumblr. I mean, anybody can see it, but to send it out, you have to be a member.
Debbie, you have an incredible following of people, you know, who watch you on Twitter, and I've noticed that you have an amazing way of sort of what you tweet about, and that's not just Harper Books. Can you speak a little bit about your...
I think that to me, the most effective way to be on Twitter is the way you are in real life, and that is just a reflection. It's just a digital reflection of who you are. So, you know, if you walk into a cocktail party and go, you know, hey, my book is, you know, signing down here, and hey, you know, my author's doing this, and hey, but most people don't really do that. So it's kind of a mix of, you know, some personal stuff and some professional stuff, but just stuff that interests me. So yeah, I would just say it's a reflection of the real world. I think that's most effective. And you know, people always say, you know, I don't want to know what you ate for breakfast or whatever, but you know what? Reality TV is big, and I think I kind of do want to know, not all of it, but you know, a mix of it, especially if you find somebody interesting. I mean, you know, I'm obsessed with watching Demi Moore and Jane Fonda for whatever reason. I find like the intimacy that they share really fascinating. So it's like the real world on steroids.